my god, did you guys know that Rui Hachimura is actually really good at basketball? I think Darvin Ham is just now finding out. 36 points in a 16-point win over the Utah Jazz last night without LeBron James. Maybe the most impressive win of the season for the Lakers. This game was such a crazy reminder of sort of the laughably frustrating decisions that have been going on in LA, where this team makes the Western Conference Finals last year, runs back most of that same team, and then for whatever reason, Darvin Ham just has no interest in replicating that same success with those same lineups. Now, in his defense, some of that has been due to injury. For prime example, Jared Vanderbilt has missed a good chunk of the season, and he was a really big piece. He was a starter on that playoff team, but a guy like Hachimura has been severely underutilized throughout this entire season, and it really makes no sense when you consider the success the Lakers had with him last year. And even this year, the Lakers have been successful with Hachimura on the floor. He has the best total plus minus on the team at 128. Next closest is D'Angelo Russell at 92. Of the 9 most successful Lakers 5-man units, Hachimura is part of 4 of them. And yet none of those lineups have even crossed 90 minutes. Now granted, only 2 Lakers 5-man units the whole season have crossed 100 minutes in playing time, and part of that is due to the injuries that they all talk about. But part of it is this weird thing going on with Darvin Ham, where like the answer just feels like it's right in front of him, and he just refuses to use it. Now, I'm all for experimenting. I'm all for leaving no stone unturned. Let's see what we can get out of a Taurean Prince, Cam Reddish. How do those guys factor into the equation? But at a certain point, you got to start winning games, and the Lakers struggled to do that for most of the season. And I think it's been even more frustrating when you consider that LeBron and AD have been uncharacteristically healthy for most of the season. And I wish I could give you an explanation for why Darvin Ham has seemingly refused to go with what was successful last year. Again, this team made the Western Conference Finals, and you may say, oh, well, they were sort of like a fluky Western Conference Finals team because obviously the Grizzlies were dealing with a lot of injuries, and then the Warriors were obviously dealing with a lot of drama and chaos last year, and then, you know, we sort of saw their true colors when they got swept by the Nuggets. But this was still a much improved team after last year's deadline for a very good reason, because these pieces fit, because they were impactful, and Darvin Ham turning away from those pieces this season has never made sense. There's really no logical or even illogical explanation you could give for it. And so when you consider this performance from Hachimura, and when you consider that it's actually his 3rd straight quality performance after he put up 15 in a win against Detroit and then 21 in a win over New Orleans, you kind of hope that Darvin Ham heads into the All-Star break just starting to get it, just having it start to click in his mind. Like, again, very simple equation. So many of these guys helped us be so successful last year. Maybe we should run it back with those guys. And so I hope to see that, because these Lakers struggles this season never really made much sense. I was always so confused to see them just not winning games, because I thought to myself, like, LeBron and AD are healthy, and this is the same core group that made the Western Conference Finals last year. Why are they so bad? Well, that's sort of what happens when you don't utilize the guys who helped you make the Western Conference Finals last year. And so I hope that changes, because I think the Lakers have the pieces to really do some damage in the Western Conference playoff picture. And at the very least, I would like to see them put their best foot forward to try and do that.